You know that feeling, right? You set a goal, you're pumped, motivated. You tell yourself, this time it's going to be different. And for the first few days, it is. You wake up early, you hit the gym, you open that book, you make that plan, you start that side hustle. But then something happens. The excitement fades, that initial fire gone. Suddenly, sleeping in feels better than progress. Netflix sounds more relaxing than disciplined, and before you know it, you're back where you started, frustrated, disappointed, wondering why can't I just stick to it. If that sounds like your story, listen closely. Because by the end of this video, you won't just hope to stay consistent. You'll learn how to force yourself to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. And that, right there, is the game changer. Chapter 1. The Myth of Motivation. Let me tell you a story. There were two friends, Adam and John. Every January, like clockwork, both of them would write down their goals. Lose weight, save more, start something of their own. Adam went all in at the start. He bought fancy planners, filled his room with vision boards, followed all the motivational pages, and even downloaded those morning routine apps. For the first week, he was on fire, waking up early, going to the gym, eating clean, and dreaming big. But by the second week, that fire started to flicker. The gym got skipped, the diet got pushed, and the excuses piled up. I'm just not feeling it today, he'd tell himself. I'll restart next Monday. John was different. He didn't hype himself up. No vision boards, no motivational speeches on loop. In fact, he didn't feel like doing half the things on his list most days, but he did them anyway. No matter how tired, how uninspired, or how ordinary the day was, John showed up quietly, repeatedly, relentlessly. And months later, Adam was still planning, still waiting for the right mood. John was progressing bit by bit, win by win. Not because he was smarter or stronger, but because he understood one simple truth. Motivation is a myth. It's a fleeting emotion, a mood that fades the moment life gets uncomfortable. It's that friend who hypes you up when the sun's out, but disappears when it rains. Adam believed motivation was the fuel to success. John knew better. He trained discipline like a muscle, not by feeling ready, but by forcing himself when he wasn't, especially when he wasn't, because discipline isn't born, it's built. It's waking up when the bed feels warm, showing up when no one's watching, doing the work when every part of you wants to quit. So ask yourself, are you waiting to feel like it? Or are you becoming the kind of person who does it anyway? Chapter 2. How to force yourself, the core shift. So how do you actually force yourself to do things you don't want to do? You start by flipping the switch in your brain from feeling-based action to identity-based action. Here's what that means. When you rely on how you feel, your actions will always be inconsistent. But when your actions come from who you decide to be, things change. Ask yourself, what would the disciplined version of me do right now? Not the tired version, not the lazy version, not the I'll do it tomorrow version. The disciplined version. Would they skip the workout? Would they waste the evening scrolling? Would they keep making excuses? They'd get up, they'd show up, they'd get it done, regardless of how they feel. That's how you start forcing yourself. Chapter 3. The 5-second rule. Now let's get practical. One of the most powerful tools you can use is something called the 5-second rule, popularized by Mel Robbins. Here's how it works. The moment you feel hesitation, the moment your brain starts negotiating, you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and move. Get up, open the laptop, put on your shoes, start the work. Why does this work? Because the brain loves comfort. The longer you wait, the more excuses it creates. But if you act before your mind can talk you out of it, you win. So next time you want to skip a habit or delay action, use the countdown. It sounds simple, but it's a small shift that rewires your response to resistance. Chapter 4. The Pain versus Pleasure Principle. Here's a hard truth. Humans are wired to avoid pain and chase pleasure, but that system is outdated. Because now, the easiest option is usually the worst for you. Scrolling TikTok is easier than building your future. Eating junk is more pleasurable than eating clean. Sleeping in feels better right now than pushing yourself through a cold morning workout. But here's the trick. You have to flip the pain and pleasure equation in your mind. Every time you choose comfort, remind yourself that this easy path comes with hidden pain. The pain of regret, of low energy, of being stuck, of watching your potential rot. And every time you choose the hard path, remind yourself that this discomfort comes with lasting rewards. Chapter 5. Micro Wins. You don't need to climb the whole staircase today. You just need to take one step. Discipline is built by stacking micro wins over and over. You force yourself to write one paragraph, to do one push-up, to study for just 10 minutes. And here's the crazy part. Once you start, you keep going because momentum creates motivation, not the other way around. Don't wait to feel inspired. Feel inspired because you acted. Force yourself to show up for just 5 minutes a day, and those 5 minutes will multiply. Chapter 6. Become your own coach, not your critic. Let's be real. Forcing yourself isn't easy. Some days you'll fall short. You'll mess up. But here's where most people lose. They beat themselves up so hard, they stop trying altogether. Don't do that. Instead of being your own worst critic, be your own coach. If your friend messed up, would you call them a failure, or would you tell them, get back up? You've got this. Talk to yourself like that. Every time you slip, say that was one moment. It doesn't define me. I'm still in the fight because you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Chapter 7. The Deathbed Test, the Final Push. Now I want you to imagine something. You're on your deathbed, looking back at your life, your dreams, your potential. Ask yourself, did I do what I said I would? Did I live with discipline, or did I let comfort steal my future? Because in that moment, you won't care about how tired you were, or how hard it was, or how inconvenient it felt. You'll care about whether you lived fully or settled for less. So force yourself now, while you still can, while time is still on your side, while your story is still being written. You don't need motivation. You don't need the perfect plan. You need grit, discipline, and no matter what mindset. So the next time you don't feel like doing it, do it anyway. Force yourself to become the person your future self will think of, because you're not weak, you're not lazy, you're just one decision away from greatness. If this hit home and you're ready to build a version of yourself that doesn't quit, start creating your future today.